I'm Ronna Richmond. I've decided to make a video of myself working on a still life, the one that you see behind me here. And it's a bunch of beverage containers and a wine rack that my grandfather made. It will probably be at least 2 episodes, if not 3, depending on how long it takes me to paint it. But I wanted to share my process with you, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you will too. So I'm just sketching this in right now. There's an old-fashioned whistle right here in my composition. I'm not putting it, I'm putting it where I want to, and so this is called artistic license. I'm not putting it exactly where it is. I positioned it like this in the still life, but I'm putting it a little bit. I want it to go to the left. I'm also painting the necklace. This is going to be a necklace a little bit to the left too, to keep it, this is important enough to me, I want to keep it separate from overlapping the bottle. And I can do that. I use round bristle brushes for these underpaintings. These are called hog's hair, traditionally hog's hair. I take colors from all over when I mix colors. Whenever I feel like cleaning there. What I'm doing right now is called wet into wet. It is putting wet paint up and putting wet paint over it. Or into it, such as the case may be. I use little terry cloth, these are just terry cloth towels, old towels that I cut up into handy bite-sized pieces. This is my favorite palette knife. This is called local color. It's whatever color that the item is its local color, the most obvious color. My local color, sometimes it matches perfectly and sometimes it doesn't. And that is just okay by me. As long as I get something close to start, that's fine with me. Hey girl. This is too light right now for what I want, so I'm going to darken it. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to add complementary color, that's the opposite color on the color wheel, to gray it down. The opposite color of blue is orange, orange, orange. Brown is what I call dark orange. So I'm going to add me some dark orange to my pretty blue. And then I'm just going to mess with it a little bit more until I get it kind of what I want. And then I just go like this, and that's grayed down nicely. I'm going to make it a little bit more dark blue instead of gray now. I darkened the value on it. Value is a lighter, a value is where it is in terms of its beginning tone, whether it's really, really light, or it's mostly, where it's got lots of white in it, or it's got lots of complementary, or in other words, gray in it. People call it black, but I don't use black. I mix my own. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this one, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to just make this thinner for now. And this is all I want to do, is scribble this in here. Okay. Ta-da! All right, now I'm going to do this one. So, if you look at this can, it's got blue and yellow, and it's got this weird looking fish on it. I don't know if you can see it from here. Right here. Here it is. I'm going to paint that can, but I'm not painting all the stuff on that noodling. It's called noodling, Italian Pilsner. And I'm not going to paint all that stuff on there. I'm just going to paint maybe basically like 2 colors, and then I'm going to just kind of block in the shapes on there. I'm using the colors that I've already mixed on here to block this in. I want you to see this. Here are the colors that I've mixed. So what I'm doing is I'm just using what I've already mixed on here, and then I grabbed some white, titanium white, and added some blue, a little bit of this green, and I'm gonna make like a gray color. I'll use like this. And this is greenish, so I'm gonna add some red, and that's gonna gray that down. See that? Nice gray color. That's gonna be great for this can, because then all the colors I put on over it are gonna really pop because you have the gray underneath. So then I'm gonna put just a little lighter gray with some yellow, because that's what I feel like doing, on the top and on the bottom of this. I want to keep it grayed down. Adding a little purple. Okay, so I got this more purple than I wanted. Call it purple. So then I'm going to add a little yellow in the form of yellow ochre, because I don't want to add this bright yellow right now. I want it gray down. So I'm going to do this instead. And I just use what's left on the back on the top of it. I get paint on the top of my palette knife. I just turn it over and use that too. I don't get too picky. Not too picky at this point. All right, here we go. Have to stand in the same spot when I'm looking here. I get back here and I stand. After I finish composing the painting, I stand here and then I try to maintain the same space. So when I'm looking back and forth, I'm looking from here to here to here, and I'm not changing. I'm not back here. I can move back here and look, but I'm not. I'm here when I'm composing, so that it's always the same angles. Or thereabouts. Oops. Oopsie daisy. want that warmer. Sometimes I use my brush and I just go in and contaminate my paints. Instead of using my palette, my nice neat palette knife to grab paints, I just use my brush because I'm in a hurry. And I don't want to wait. There we go. That's what I want right there. Look at me go. This is a little wide for my sensibility. So I'm just gonna go and look at that. Gone, it's like magic. It's like magic. This is my old school AI. It's called a rag. Now I'm gonna finish with this whitish stuff here. This is, I'm gonna darken that to a different color with this. I'm not using all kinds of new white. I'm just using what's on my palette. I'm using what's on my palette. There's no reason to make a new color. I'm just making a different one. And then I just go, well, do I like this? I don't know, I'm gonna put it up there. Yeah, that works okay. I'm gonna make that a little more of this green. That. And, oops, whoops, that's too much. So we just add some more different colors and just darken that up. Let's see. Yeah, that's beauty right there. That's beauty. That means it's noon. That's our emergency, the town emergency siren. It goes off at noon. They test it every day. So you always know when it's noon. I'm going to change this right here. I'm just going to go like this. Look at this. Watch this. I'm going to make it go away. Gone. That is the beauty of oil paint. It's very, very forgiving. That is precisely why I do not paint in watercolors. Because watercolors are hard. And I like easy. I don't like hard. Now I'm gonna just get some of this picture in here. Just want some kind of dark color. That looks good. I'm gonna get a little bit smaller brush. Oh, this one's pointed round. It's some kind of synthetic. I'm adding quite a bit of mineral spirits at this point to my paint. And then there's some blue on this noodling label right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw some blue in there. And I'm just using I'm just making local color. And I rarely use, at this point, I rarely use color straight out of the tube on the canvas. I always, unless I really want that yellow, I always mix my colors together. It's just better that way, I think. Then I throw it up there like that. If it's not dark enough, not light enough, not the right color, or the color I want, I should say, there's no right color. If it's not the color I want, then I will just alter it so I can see. I think that's good. I'm gonna throw a little ultramarine in there. Okay. Now I'm not gonna wipe that off, I'm just gonna mix it on up. Just mix it on up. Just mix it right up. Put a little purple. Mix it on up. Just like that. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. Whoo! Beauty. Now that is a beautiful blue. Look at that. Just look at it. Just look at it. There we go. Okay. Right, then I want some more of this gray down here. And that's all I'm doing with that right now. I might go back in a little bit and put the little noodling in there a little bit, just give it a little something for now, but right now I'm not doing that. I'm down here. Little indications of light. Indications of some color. some red here. Noodling. Just a noodling. Right. Now, I'm just gonna put some of this. Actually, I'm gonna put it on there in, I'm just gonna put it on in my favorite color for this point in time, brown, with some blue in it, like that. Like that. There's this little, the noodling is it looks like an anglerfish, type of anglerfish. It's like a really scary catfish that looks like an anglerfish. I'm just gonna put a little indication of his little fishing thing. His little fishing pole, if you will, so I can see where to put my end. Now I'm going to put the Italian Pilsner right here. So I'm not concerned with putting Italian Pilsner on there right now, because it's too small and I'm not ready to work that small. So I'm going to draw a line right there, just a subtle line of where I want that lettering to go later. That way I'm not, going to paint over that or forget about it. Forget about it. So I need a smaller brush here. This is a little bitty Filbert. This is a Filbert. It's rounded and the ends of the brush are cut back on the sides, and then they get longer as they go to the center. But the whole thing is rounded. That's Filbert. Oops. Come back. Come back here, Filbert. All right, here we go. Get back here, Filbert. Where are you going?